anytime.
All right, do you want to start with introducing yourself?
Oh, yes, I'm Virginia Gibbs. I'm president of PAW here in Decorah, Iowa.
Okay, how are you involved in PAW and what sort of things do you do?
Well, as president, I'm involved in all sorts of things. Right now we are working towards building a shelter, so I'm working hardest of all on talking to people and trying to do some fundraising. We're going to be doing that very heavily in the coming year. I also help some with rescuing some of the animals, talking to the police about animals that we suspect are maybe abused, all sorts of things.
Okay, how are you fundraising for your new shelter? Like what specifically are you doing?
Well, at this point we're in a kind of a transition phase. We have land that was given to us, so now we're working on a complete proposal to find out exactly how much money we're going to need. We have some idea, but we want to have a complete business plan and a complete construction and architectural drawing before we go ahead with our fundraising. What we will be doing in the future pretty soon now is talking to some of the people in town who have expressed an interest in helping us with the shelter. Some of the wealthier people in town, some of the wealthy families have a strong interest in helping us get this shelter off the ground. We'll be doing a lot of fundraising as well in businesses in Decorah. Lots of businesses have offered their services to have fundraising activities in the business or themselves to do that. Also, we'll be working with individuals, doing anything from garage sales and bake sales. So we're working on levels of a lot of big donations, but also a lot of small donations.
Okay. So one thing we kind of want to know as college students is how we can get involved in maybe fundraising or just in PAW itself.
We have a lot of need in PAW for different kinds of volunteers. We have many animals, since we still don't have a shelter, that need to be transported to larger cities. So we can always use people who would like to drive to the Twin Cities in a van that we have to transport animals up there to have better chances of adoption, or also to Dubuque, to Rochester, to La Crosse sometimes. Fundraising, of course, is anything that students can get together as groups to do to help us fundraise. That would be very, very good. I think education and information, I would like very much for students to form some type of group here at Luther to let students know that they have a role to play also in the situation we face here in this county. One of the things that students may not know is that at the end of every spring semester we have a glut of abandoned animals, dogs and cats, and it's clear that some of the students in Luther are moving away and leaving the dogs and cats that they have adopted. So we need to inform people and tell them that this is a real problem for us.
Okay. I know that you have a dog, Jenna. Do you want to talk briefly about how you came to own her?
Jenna was one of the first dogs who was turned into PAW, basically. I adopted her. I had just lost my dog. She had just passed away of old age. Someone had dumped Jenna in Chester, Iowa. She showed up on the porch of the pastor of the city, and since we were beginning to advertise dogs that were looking for homes, I immediately found out about her, went to see her, and adopted her. And that was 10 years ago. She's kind of a gray dog now, but it was a great thing for both of us.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.